everyone and welcome to this video. So this is going to be my manga haul for the month of September. Yeah, this month was kind of interesting, so I'm going to go and jump straight into the manga. This isn't going to be in any particular order, it's just going to be however I pick them up. And yeah, just to let you know, this is going to be a chatty video, and if you don't like that, there are timestamps down below for each series. So if you get sick of me talking about one, you can skip on right to the next. So without further ado, first off, there was actually a few orders that I wanted to arrive before I filmed this. However, they have not arrived and it's a few days into October, so I thought I'd just go ahead and film this anyway. Can I get this out? So this was a pre-order from Waterstones. I ordered from there because at the time I still had a student discount and I wanted to see what the package quality was like. Compared to WH Smith, which is where I normally do pre-orders because they have a little bit more discounted off, but with WH Smith it tends to get more damage, so I just wanted to see what the quality was like. But yes, we have Moriarty the Patriot volume 8. This is a series that I'm continuing to collect. You can actually kind of see it there, and I'm just collecting them as they come out. I really enjoy the series. It is a reimagining / retelling of the Sherlock Holmes novels from the character Moriarty's perspective. I originally watched the anime first, which has 2 seasons, but I started collecting the manga because the way that they tell things is slightly different in the anime to the manga, and there's some parts that they skipped, and I don't know if they're gonna do them later, but I wanted to read on in the manga. So yes, that is volume 8 of Moriarty the Patriot. Next up we have this package, and it actually has 2 series in here, so I'm going to take one of them out first, because the other one, there are a few other volumes somewhere else. So I have volume 5 of Lovesick Ellie. This is a shoujo rom-com series, which I originally read at the start of this year, and I read it all digitally on Kodansha, and then a couple of days after I finished reading it, I found out I was getting a physical release, but I enjoyed it enough to buy it physically as well. So that is what I'm doing. It is a series that follows this girl who basically indulges in fantasies on her Twitter account, which she was using the most popular guy in school, obviously, as kind of a template for her fantasies, and the guy basically finds out about this account, but at the same time, Erica, who is the main girl, she finds out that he isn't as nice as he pretends to be, as princely, and a relationship starts to form from there. And I really enjoy the series. It's just fun. I know some people are a little bit uncomfortable with her being like writing fantasies on a Twitter account, which I guess I can understand why. I personally didn't have any issues with it, just because it was very clear that like it was fake and she wasn't pretending that he actually was her boyfriend. It was just like completely fake, and it was just a place for her to kind of let her delusions run wild. She wasn't actually doing anything with them, and later on when he finds out, he's not really bothered by it, so like I have no issues with it. And as I said, it's just a fun series. This series still has like the typical, shoujo romance cliches, but I think it does it in a refreshing way just because the main girl is so different to your typical like shoujo girl. So yeah, I would recommend if you just want something that's still in the shoujo realm but is slightly refreshing, a bit goofy, a bit fun, not too much drama or anything. It's just, it's just a fun read. And yeah, I do plan on rereading it once all the volumes come out, which I believe there's 12, so yes. Okay, and for the other series that's in there, by the way, that package was from Books Please, and I can get the other 2 volumes for this series. So here I have 3 volumes of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which finally has me caught up. So I have volume 3, volume 7, and volume 15, which is no longer the latest one that came out. One of the things I was waiting for was volume 16, which I wanted to do with these, but it has not arrived, so I'm just doing these 3 volumes. But this is one of my favourite ongoing series at the moment. It is really good. It is a supernatural like school series which focuses on a girl called Yashiro who goes to the girls' bathroom to try and get a wish from Hanako-san, the ghost who is rumoured to live in there. And when she asks for a wish, she discovers that Hanako is actually a boy, hence why he's called Hanako-kun. And from there they start to investigate the ghosts and other mysteries that are in the school. And yeah, it starts off quite goofy and fun and quickly takes a bit more dark and serious turn with the events that go on in the series. So I highly recommend, and obviously the art style is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful and very unique, I feel like. Like, it's very hard to find another series which has this exact kind of style. So yes, recommend checking out either for the art or the story. Both are great. And yeah, I really enjoy this. So hopefully volume 16 arrives soon because I can't wait. Okay, next up, this is another pre-order, which is The King's Beast Volume 7. This is a historical fantasy shoujo series with a little bit of mystery, romantic elements. A lot of romance, a little bit of mystery. So this follows this girl called Rangetsu, who is a species called Ajin, and her twin brother was taken to the palace when she was young to be used as a servant there because he had this kind of mystical power thing, and shortly after he is killed, and so Rangetsu disguises herself as a man, works her way up the military to enter the palace, and is trying to find out who killed her brother. I really enjoyed the series. When I started, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. However, I think this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I did not enjoy this volume. I think most people are going to be like, wow, this volume was so amazing, so much happened, wow! That was not me. I think that this volume, I don't want to say it like ruined the series for me, because that's going a bit far, but I definitely wasn't very happy when I was reading this volume. I do kind of want to reread it and see if maybe if I have a fresh mind, I'll enjoy it more. But to clarify, I wasn't unhappy with the direction the story went in. I actually find that really interesting. What I dislike is the way certain events took place and the way certain information was revealed. I just thought it was very anticlimactic, and yeah, and maybe that's because I've been focusing a bit more on the mystery than the romance aspect, and really this is more focused on the romance than the mystery aspect, I feel like, personally. But that is my opinion. Don't let it deter you from this. The other thing is that before I read this, I had tried some of the author's other works, and what I had read of them I didn't really enjoy, and this volume has kind of reminded me why I didn't enjoy them, so it's probably just that I'm not really a fan of the author's style, and that kind of showed in this volume. But I'm hoping the next one will kind of recover my love for the series, and for me, I wasn't a huge fan of this volume, but I'm pretty sure most people will say it's their favourite so far. So that is The King's Beast. And for the next package, this is a package from Blackwell's, and here I have volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3 of Children of the Whales. The second volume I got in a different store, which I'll explain in a bit, but the first and third one I bought off Blackwell's because they were discounted. This is a fantasy series about this island called the Mud Whale, where there are people who are marked and unmarked who live on it. Those who are unmarked are just like regular people, but those who are marked have special powers and abilities, but they die early on. And one day they come across an island and they find another person, which is the first person that they have found since being on the whale, who they bring to the island, and discover that she is apathetic and completely has no emotions. And from there things escalate quite a bit. I'm not going to go into detail anymore, but I would highly recommend this series. I'm desperate to try and catch up on it. I originally was trying not to start any new series, however, I have recently caught up on some series that I was trying to collect and complete, so I thought I would add another one to collect, since I don't like having too many unfinished ones at the same time. And originally there was another series I was going to collect instead of this one, however I chose this one first because, one, the volumes were discounted, so that was a factor, but also I have a friend who started reading this and she really loved it, so I decided to give it a go as well, and it was so good. I've so far only read the first 2 volumes, so I haven't read volume 3 yet, and I'm probably going to hold off for a bit until I have more volumes, because I just feel like this is going to be a series I just want to binge, because it's so interesting and good, and the art is also stunning and beautiful, if you can tell from the covers. But yes, highly recommend giving this one a chance. And next up we have another package from Blackwell's, which has a Yona the Dawn volume, which I actually have more of these, so I will get those. So I have volume 9 from Blackwell's, if you can see that. And then I also have 4 other volumes, so I have volume 5, volume 8, volume 10, and volume 11. So those 4 were actually bought in America. If it wasn't obvious, I am from the UK, and while there are some stores that have access to these, I had a family member who went to America, and before they went they asked if there was any series that I was looking at and were hard to find, and I knew that the Yona reprints had started to appear in America, so I asked them to keep an eye out, and they obviously did, so that's where these 4 came from. Yona of the Dawn, I feel like, is a series that needs no introduction at the moment, but I shall still explain briefly. This is a historical fantasy series following a kingdom called Koga and the princess of the kingdom, Yona, who was originally very sheltered from the outside world. However, due to certain events, she is forced to leave the castle and starts to learn about the outside world and what her country is really like, as she has never really seen it before. It is a series with some action, a little bit of romance, and amazing character development, not just for Yona, which obviously her character development easily some of the best in any series ever, but the other characters also get some great development throughout the series, and I adore it. If you couldn't tell from this shelf back here, I have been following the series for a while, and I'm just trying to catch up on the volumes that I need since everyone decided to collect it at the same time. So I am looking very, very forward to rereading it all physically for the first time once I finally have all the volumes, which I think I need 5 more, so getting close. And last up, I also have some volumes that were bought in America from that family member, and these are some volumes of Black Butler. So I have volume 18, volume 15, and volume 22, which I actually had already have 22. It was like a mistake, so I will probably be selling this one. But I was really happy about 15 and 18 because I thought those were going to be the hardest to find. Black Butler is another series that I've been following for a long time, and I'm just trying to collect it all physically, which, similar to Yona, I think I need like 4 or 5 volumes left, which is insane, so I can't wait to be caught up with it. This is a historical series set in 1800s Britain, and it follows a young Earl who has a demon as a butler, and as the Earl of the Phantom Hive family, he works as the guard dog for the Queen, and that means he investigates the underground crimes that go on in London and the UK in general, or just any request specifically from the Queen. So it's investigating things like murders and serial killings, kidnappings, some other various things that just sound like odd jobs but they lead to more things. This is definitely a series with a lot of sensitive topics, so I would definitely check those out if you are worried about anything and are interested in trying this out, this series. But I adore this series. As I said, I have followed it for many years now, and I reread it quite a bit, and once again, similar to Yona, I can't wait to reread it all physically for the first time. I am so close to being able to do that, so I can't wait. And then for the last thing in this haul, I actually have a magazine from Japan, which this is a shoujo magazine called Dessert. I bought this because of the cover, which is from a condition called Love, which at the moment is only available digitally on Kodansha, but it is getting a English physical print next year, which I'm very excited for and I cannot wait. But I just bought this because the cover is adorable, and not only that, it has some cute inside work, or inside artwork even. I can't look at the chapter though that's in here because it has not been released in English yet, and I don't want spoilers. But I think this artwork is so pretty, and it actually matches one of my other magazines, which I thought was fun. So yes, I decided to pick this up. I do really actually like having these magazines, even though I can't read them. They're just so like aesthetic and pretty. So I pick them up if I see a cover that I really like this one, which once again, so cute. But yeah, with this, that is everything that was in this manga haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, stay happy, stay healthy, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!